Hello and welcome to Rick's Picks. We are about to enter a Kings of Tarkir draft here, release week. Let's hope we do well. Alright, here we go. For our first pick, we got some options here. The rare is Absent Ascendancy, which is pretty good. I'm probably gonna take it. I'm not sure if picking a 3-colored card on my first pick is all that optimal, but maybe it is. I know I am committing to Absent by picking this thing, but it is really good, and Absent is one of my favorite clans of the set. Other than that, we have just Sky Charm, which is awesome. Sultai Soothsayer is pretty good too. And we got a couple of lands here that I tend to take highly. But of course I'm not taking a common land over Absent Ascendancy, which seems just too good. Alright, and one good thing here is that merely by playing it, by casting this thing, I get to take advantage of my Outlast creatures. I give all the Outlast abilities I have on the battlefield to every creature I have. So, alright, well, here we have, if we are to commit to Absent, which I'm not sure if we will, I guess our best picks here would be Ruthless Reaper, Savage Punch, and Scoured Barons. The rare is a good one, Icy Blast, but I'm not taking a blue card here because Absent Ascendancy is better than Icy Blast. Roar of Challenge is a card that can be pretty good sometimes, but it's not the most reliable card ever. And there's also a Warname Aspirant, which is pretty good too. But I think I'm going to take the Ruthless Reaper. I want lands and I want Savage Punches, but I think the Reaper it is an uncommon, it is a morph creature. He has, relevant abilities, so here, let's see. This is a much weaker pack. Our options are Woolly Loxodon, Alpine Grizzly. I'm not that big a fan of Alpine Grizzly unless I got a bunch of Ferocious cards, because he costs 3 mana and he trades with morphs, so I'm not really interested in taking this guy highly. Whereas the Woolly Loxodon is actually pretty good. It's a morph. When you unmorph it, it likely will trump everything, trump just anything on the table at a time. So that's probably what I'm going to take. Sadly, I could take a dual in here, but Windscarred Crag is not, in our colors. So, all right, Absent Guide. Could also take a Blossoming Sands, but the guide is just so good. A very beefy body with lifelink, and it's a common too. Definitely taking it over like a Warden of the Eye, and that's pretty much it. I think I would take Blossoming Sands if this guy weren't in the pack. There's also a banner, but yeah, Absent Guide all the way for me here. Okay, well, here we don't have much, do we? I guess we could take a Mardu Hateblade, mainly because it is like a worse version of the Ruthless Reaper, but it is a warrior, which can be relevant, especially in Absent colors. Okay, one of the Warriors Matter cards of the set is here, Rush of Battle, but I'm not taking it, I don't think. I could take a Mardu School Hunter, which is a warrior too. Maybe we'll get to a point where we have a critical mass of warriors and we get to start prioritizing cards like this one. But here I feel like taking this guy over this. There's also a Rakshasa Secret, and sadly again the land here is not a land that we want, so Alright, well, here it's either Kiln Tree Warden or Mardu Horde Chief. I could also take a Tranquil Cove if I wanted to splash into something, and I think I might. I mean, the Horde Chief is nice, I like it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the Horde Chief. The thing is, in this format, I found that a lot of the times it's actually correct to just prevent yourself for whatever happens by just taking dual lands when you have, you know, mediocre to semi-good cards like this one. But here, yes, I feel like I'm going for consistency here, and it is a warrior. Here, well, our options are Rush of Battle and Seditious Pet. I actually do enjoy the Seditious Pet, but I feel like taking the Rush of Battle because we are shaping up to be quite the warrior heavy deck here. This guy's a warrior too, and this guy's a warrior. So let's take the Rush of Battle. I think this could be a very important card. Alright, so our first dual land comes, not taking a Seditious Pet over it, because lands are very important in this format. Here I'm going to take another Scout Barons over a Row of Challenge. Don't think that's close. Alright, here we got nothing to take, so I'm gonna take the land anyway, because I may want to, you know, splash for some sort of Mardu card if I open it. Okay, so let's take the Shambling Attendants, I think. Don't think I'm gonna play it though. Alright. So our first pack was actually pretty nice. We have a small warrior theme going on here. We have res like this one, we have commons like this one, so let's wait for pack 2. Alright, so this is pack 2, and sadly it's not a very strong pack. Our rare is Hardened Scales. And since we don't have a lot of Outlast creatures, I mean we have 0 Outlast creatures and only one card that cares about plausible encounters, it's not really worth it to take this thing, and I might even get it back. And the question is, what do I take here? Because there really is nothing for me. Take a Windstorm for the sideboard, but I don't think that's necessarily all that good. I think the best card for me might be the Long Shot Squad. Maybe the Venerable Lamasu, but it's a bit expensive for my taste. This is a very weak pack overall though. After a lucky first round of drafting, our second pack here is not gonna start optimally, but oh well. Let me just double check. Could take a Rakshasa Secret, but nah. I'd rather take a Long Shot Squad, I think. Alright, Chief of the Edge is definitely something that I'm looking for here. I got tons and tons of warriors already. This is super aggressive. This is in my colors. Sadly, we won't get to take an Alabaster Kiran, which is a card that I've come to really like, especially in Abzan, where you have, you know, green cards that can pump it, especially the one card that untaps a creature and puts 2 counters on it and makes this guy, you know, a better Serra Angel. But yeah, Chief of the Edge is definitely what I'm taking here. There's also a Mardu Heart Piecer, which I could splash for, but you know, this card is very, very good in our deck. I think it's perfect, has synergy to what we are doing. Jeskai Ascendancy. Now that's interesting. I could take a land, or I could take a Raider Spoils. Both these cards would be okay, but I'm not sure. I think Jeskai Ascendancy might even be a bit expensive right now, because it's, you know, it's just broken and constructed, it seems. So I think I'm gonna take it. I mean, I'm passing a land. Not even sure if I would want to play this thing, so sorry about that. But I think I'm gonna rare draft here. Ooh, and now do I hate draft? I think I'm gonna take the Arc Lightning, because it's just the kind of red card that I could splash for with cards like this. And there really isn't anything that I really want here in my colors, sadly. Dazzling Rampart is a bit too expensive for my tastes. I mean, if it costs only 1 mana to tap target creature instead of 2, it would be much better in my opinion. So yeah, I'm gonna take an Arc Lightning because it's one of the best removal spells in this format. Alright, well, here we have a Throttle, we have an Absent Banner. We could take both. The problem with the banner is that it's a 3 mana card, meaning that it fights for space with morph creatures. And I would rather take a Throttle, I think. It's not my favorite removal spell, but it is quite good in the right circumstances. It's a bit too expensive, I think. Ooh, Dead Drop. Definitely taking that. It's an amazing card. I also do want the Mardu Skull Hunter, and I do want a Bloodfell Caves, but Dead Drop can sometimes be a one-sided beating, so that's what I'm gonna take. I mean, I wish this thing was a Zombie Ape Warrior. It would be better in my deck. But, oh well, I don't want really anything else here. I don't really want an Archer's Parapet. So let's take the pet. The pet's a nice enough card, I think. Alright, let's take a Heart Piercer Bow, which is an okay-ish card. Maybe you could hate draft Dragon Grip. Yeah, perhaps. Not taking a Rotting Mastodon. Not taking any of these guys here. And I'm probably not gonna play this thing. So let's just hit a Dragon Grip. Alright, Defiant Strike is okay, I think. I mean, Reaction as a Secret is also okay, but Defiant Strike, it also helps with, you know, a Delve. Not as much as the Secret, but it is cheaper, it is good in an aggressive deck like mine, and it is a cantrip, so... Alright, here we have Rotting Mastodon, Summit Prowler, Trumpet Blast. I think I'm gonna take the Rotting Mastodon just because it's black, but I don't think I'm gonna play it. Alright, well, here we actually get some options. We could take a Mardu Banner and a Defiant Strike, but Raider Spoil seems pretty nice in a deck full of warriors, and I'm gonna take it. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna play it, but depending on the total number of warriors I end up running, I may just do that. Okay, Molten Snake Skin is not that good. This thing is not that good either. I think it's probably better than Molten Snake Skin. I'm not gonna play either of them, so that doesn't really matter. Alright, well, if this thing was a warrior, I could even play it, I think. Man, that's a late Bloodfell Caves, and one that I would be happy to run in my deck. Splash for the Arc Lightning. And what do we know, right? It's Hardened Scales number 2. Our rare isn't very good, but there are other cards here that I think might be. This thing is good. I mean, not as good as some of the uncommon white Outlast guys, but it seems good enough. There's obviously Scarred Barrens, there's a Kill Shot, and there's an Incremental Growth. Incremental Growth actually seems like it could be pretty busted. I have fun to take the Kill Shot because Absent decks tend to be more on the controlish side, I think. But I think I'm pretty aggressive at this point. I mean, not that aggressive, but I do have some cheap warriors here that I wanna be playing early. So this is the perfect card to, you know, come turn 5 to turn my board of small guys into true menaces. Okay, interesting. Timely Hordemate is actually fine, I believe, and it is a warrior. This guy is obviously a warrior too, but I think the Timely Hordemate, it's a creature with Chrome Vitamin and cost 2 or less. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of those creatures so far. So is that good enough? Are there enough creatures in my deck to justify me playing this thing? I could also take, you know, a High Spire Mantis, splashing for red, but I think I might want to prioritize consistency here. Or I could take the Mardu Horde Chief, which makes 2 warriors. Yeah, well, I think I'm gonna take a Tiny Horde Mate, just because, you know, it might be a blowout eventually. And now, like, I wish I had taken the 3-mana guy so that I could take a 4-mana warrior here. There's a Smite the Monstrous too, there's a Venerable Lamassu. I am a bit low on removal though, so I think I might just take the Smite the Monstrous rather than the Krumar or the Lamassu. There's a Longshot Scrat too, but I don't think I need 2 of those. The thing is, I have 10 creatures, right? Not many creatures, truth be told. Oh well, I think I'm gonna take the removal spell either way. Alright. Well, we have a Take Up Arms. Take Up Arms is actually pretty nice if I'm playing, you know, a warrior deck with Rush of Battle. There's also a Debilitating Injury, which I think just might be better, but I'm not sure. I mean, I do need cheap cards at this point here. My 2-mana curve is lacking. So I think, sadly, as much as I want to have a copy of this thing on my deck, I think it just might be wiser for me to take Debilitating Injury. I'm not a fan of Rite of the Serpent, by the way. Alright, and I'm promptly rewarded with another Take Up Arms in the same pack as an Alabaster Kirin. And there's this thing too, which is a warrior, but I'm not taking that over the Kirin. There's also a Sultai Scavenger, which is a warrior again. Alright, now I'm not really sure what to take here. I think it should be either the Kirin or the Scavenger. Likely the Scavenger, right? I mean, these cards here are cheap because they are morph creatures. I think I'm gonna take the Scavenger. I think being a warrior trumps the natural cheapness of the Kirin. Alright, here we got a Kill Shot. I don't think I need a second Rush of Battle. I don't want to go too deep. We could also take a Disowned Ancestor, or even a Bat, but I think Kill Shot is fine. I mean, I am a bit aggressive, but I am also a bit controlish. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna take a Mardu School Hunter. The problem here at this point is that I really wanted some sort of green mana fixing here for me. Either the green-black land or the green-white land would do wonders, and even the green-red land wouldn't be bad. Could also take the Bloodfell Caves here to make splashing for this thing easier, but yeah, I think the Skull Hunter feels a slot that we need filled in the deck. Cheap creatures that are warriors. Alright, speaking of warriors, here I'm going to take a Sage-Eye Harrier. Could also take a Bitter Revelation, but I think I'm going to just go ahead and take the Harrier. It's a creature, doesn't lose me any life. Alright, there's this thing, there's this thing. Nothing here that I'm going to play, so I think I'm going to hate draft the Jeskai Wind Scout. There's this guy, right? And there's a Naturalized. I could take this guy, but yeah, I'm obviously not gonna play it. If I had some blue fixing here, I could play it, but I don't think I'm gonna play a Jeskai banner either. Yeah, maybe I should just take this thing over Naturalized, and now I can go ahead and take the Erase from my sideboard. Seems fine. Defiant Strike number 2 is fine too. Alright. So our mana fixing here is a bit worse than I generally like my mana fixing to be. But we'll try to make it work. Alright, here we are. We need to take one more card from our deck here. I have at this point 10 warriors, which is a good enough number, I think, for me to want to actually play the spoils. So what I could take here is a Defiant Strike. Maybe I could take that out. Definitely not taking out the Rush of Battle. Maybe this might the Monstrous, I'm not sure. Not taking the Horde Mate. Not taking out any warriors, that's for sure. I think I could take out a Defiant Strike. I mean, it's fine and all. It fuels my dead drop in my Sultai Scavenger, but I feel like I don't really need it. And I feel good about this deck actually. There are some cards that I wish I had, especially more dual lands. Anyway, let's see what it suggests. He's suggesting just one mountain, which seems fine since I'm gonna add the dual lands to the deck. So let's see. Let's add these 3 red sources. We can take out 2 swamps and a plains, I think, and then we can take out another plains for the crag. So we will have 5 forests, which may be fine, may not be fine. There's only one card that I need double forests for, and that's the incremental growth. That may be problematic, but it is a strong enough card that I'm willing to run it anyway, because green is otherwise just a splash. This thing seems like it costs 2 green mana, but in reality it costs only 1 because of the morph cost. So yeah, I think this is it. So let's hope we do well, and see you around one.